Hello everyone, in this video let us talk about working from home. Now I have been working for the past 17 years continuously, and and by the way I'm talking about February 2020, and this time is really important when we talk about working from home because uh, right now all over the world there is a fear of coronavirus, and that fear is not really a fear, it is actually a reality because many countries are trying to basically avoid uh, spreading the, the disease, the infection. And working from home is something that really makes sense, especially in situations where you want to avoid gatherings, where you want to avoid people traveling in a train or buses or tubes. So I wanted to share a few things today about my experience of working from home. Now, I have been working for 17 years, and in the past 17 years, I have worked from home for, I believe, 6 or maybe more years, which is almost, I mean, not really 50% of my entire working career, but it is still quite a lot of time. So I do have experience, I would say a lot of experience working from home. And when I was working from home for like 6, 7 years, I was actually working from home. It was not like occasionally I was going to office or occasionally I was working from home. So I have worked from home quite a lot in my entire career. So I basically wanted to share a few things today that will definitely help you in case you are an individual or in case you are an organization and you're trying to adopt working from home culture. Now, first of all, my first point is that working from home doesn't mean that you're not really working. So you may be working from home, you may be just working from your living room or bedroom, but that doesn't really mean that you are free to do anything that you want to do. When you're working from home, you are actually supposed to work from home. So don't treat work from home as something casual. It is not really your holiday. You are supposed to do something productive. It is just a change in your physical environment. It is nothing but you interacting with your with your customers or clients or colleagues, or maybe you are supposed to develop something, but you're working on your laptop, on your computer, in an environment which is not surrounded by your colleagues, or it is not really surrounded by people around you. So treat working from home as something serious. If you're working from home, set a routine for yourself. Most companies who allow working from home, they expect you to follow a schedule. It could be your usual schedule like 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, or it could be something a bit flexible where you are supposed to work for 8 hours a day. So whenever you're working from home, uh, let your family members know that when you're working, you are working and they cannot disturb you. So this is something that you need to adopt from the very beginning if you're new to this working from home culture. The second point is that if you are working from home, you will save money, because in most countries, traveling to work or traveling can be expensive. So if you're not traveling, you are saving money. You're not really going out every day with your friends for lunch or evening drinks. So use that money to do something else, like maybe join a gym, or don't let your saved money go waste. Maybe invest it, because so why I'm talking about this saving money. When you save money and you are using that money to do something really good for yourself, like maybe joining a gym, or maybe you are donating it, or maybe you are investing it, you will feel good about it. And this is also true for the organizations. When your people are working from home, you can have less people in the office, or maybe you can have maybe you can have a small office space, and of course you will pay less rent. So it is a win-win situation for everyone. The third point is that change your environment even when you're working from home. So it is a bit difficult to just sit in one place for the entire day. When you're in the office, you're not really working, or when you're not really spending the entire 8 hours, 9 hours on your desk. You're talking to people, you probably go to a meeting room, maybe you are going out for a walk. Try to do the same thing when you're working from home. What I do normally, I work from my bedroom, I work from my living room, and I have different uh, time slots. So when I'm working from let us say my main, or when I'm working from a room where I'm supposed to do my main work, I just close the room. I do all my work, which is usually in the morning, and after lunch, I move to my living room where I have a TV where I can turn on my music system, and I can also listen to the songs. But of course, that doesn't mean that I'm not working. It is mostly doing like routine work, checking email. Maybe I'm doing something that doesn't really require 100% of my of my brain uh, focus. So I do try to change my environment uh, every day. Sometimes I also go out and I work from a library. This is also you can do. You can maybe decide maybe one or two, a couple of days in a week where you can probably go to the office, or you can go to a co-working space. Just change your environment so that you don't really feel that you're just in a room and you are not really talking to anyone. It can be a bit difficult because we human beings, we need to go out, we need to see other people, we need to interact with actual human beings instead of doing like Skype calls. So change your environment. That is my third point. The fourth point is, which I of course mentioned above, is mentioned previously, is follow a timetable and follow it. And that timetable could be a fixed 9 to 5, or it could be like time slots. But when you follow a timetable, you're not really distracted, you're not really doing things as those things come. You are trying to do something uh, uh, that is something that you can also tell your family members, your office colleagues, that you're available for them during these time slots. What I normally do, I do my most important work early in the morning, and if I have to schedule any meetings, I schedule them after lunch. This is something that I do, but of course, there can be situation where other people, they may want to disturb you. I'm talking about colleagues, not really your family members. So even when you're working from home, I mean, the whole point here is that uh, if you're working from home, you are actually working. That is why it is called working from home. But it is very difficult. First of all, I remember when I used to work from home in my early days. Like I think I tried working from home in 2004, when working remotely was not really a thing. There were no proper tools available for working remotely. Nowadays, we have tools uh, that can help you in interacting with your team members. You can see their faces, you can do video call, you can share things online, and uh, you don't really need to be connected all the time to your office network. Now we have the concept of virtual private network, we have the concept of remote desktop. These things were certainly there 15 years ago, or maybe even 17 years ago, when I started working, when I started my career. But everything was not really efficient. Now things are really efficient. Now we have the concept of cloud storage. We have everything online. You do some work, and your work is saved somewhere. And if you're doing software development, you're still following the same set of practices that you will probably follow in the office. But it is more about the need of human beings to do some physical interaction. Maybe you want to see the face. It is always good to have like a face-to-face meeting. But these days, with the help of these online collaborative tools, it is much more easier to do the same thing from your home. And my whole point of making this video is that uh, in 2020, in early 2020, like right now we are talking about March, we have this problem of coronavirus, which is like a global problem. And these things will probably come again in future. You can't really predict these things. It is just a matter of like, I think it was only 2 months since January when we started hearing about coronavirus, and this has really impacted a lot. A lot of conferences, a lot of events are cancelled. People are now restricted to their home only, and they can't really do anything else apart from just opening their laptop or opening their workstation and doing something online. But if you follow these practices, if you try to adopt these things that will probably that are probably required for you to still work, even you are working from home, but you still need to deliver something. So I think we all, as an individual, as an organization, should be ready, or there should be some kind of a culture in almost every organization where working from home should be an option. I mean, of course, it is not really true for each and every organization, but when the need arises, I think we all should be prepared to adopt these practices. And this is all I want to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.